Me, I am a memoir. I am a memoir. Going deep in the regular verse. Going to the regular verse. Regular. What?
Hi.
Oh my God, we haven't even entered the regular verse and you're already tired.
Hello, Lemley. We're back. It's the regular verse. I'm so sorry. But at the moment, it's hard to differentiate between the regular verse and Mariah's world. Because Stella. Maybe Stella broke out of the regular verse. And
maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe she's like friends with Leah Remini as well.
Oh.
It's like some sort of backdoor evil friendship to people who are older and came to singing late.
Yeah, that does make sense. Yeah. I mean, that makes as much sense as anything else in the podcast.
It's anything else in this podcast.
But look, it has been a minute since we've regularified anything, so legally we're bound to re-enter, and because it's the regular verse, we have to get married. That's what happens. It's part of it. So we will be covering, part of Marry Me. We couldn't deal with doing the film just yet.
So
we're sticking to the soundtrack for now.
Oh my God, I can't even imagine how awful the film is.
I feel like it was one of those movies that I saw and then forgot everything in neither a good or bad way. It was just
it was a pandemic movie, wasn't it? It was
I
just
think
like,
so.
Oh, it's out
with Owen Wilson.
And
we had to pretend that J-Lo would fall for Owen Wilson and picking him
and
over
he's
Maluma.
A teacher. Yeah.
Like J-Lo doesn't even know what a school is. Like she ran away from home when she was 18.
When she was 18.
So, like, where's the education?
Ran away from home at 18. She
I
must
know.
not. Yeah, she must. Yeah, she would know nothing.
No. Like life. Yeah. Well,
that's what happens when you run away from home at such a young age.
Such a young age. Like
so
much
young.
later.
And then you're going to come to sing.
She came to running away from home late.
Yeah, she came to almost as late as she came to singing.
Exactly. So yes, we will be covering that. But before then, I mean, as much as there is going on in Mariah's world, I feel like there's so much going on in the regular verse.
Look, there's too much going on in the regular verse. This is going to be barely the tip of a prolo iceberg. Unfortunately,
are we ready for the prolo? Are we ready for the prolo?
Never, but let's just do it anyway.
Okay, all right, hit me.
Prolo moments.
Are you okay? I hit you with my singing.
Like my mouth, my ears have dried up. So,
well, in the regular verse here, there has been an awakening.
Oh.
Jen Reg has released a new album.
Yes.
And something she's calling a movie, even though it's barely an hour long and is a glorified collection of music videos from said album. This Is Me Now, the sequel to This Is Me Then. Now the album, which I'm sure will be enduring here in the regular verse at some point, but not today,
soon.
Has gotten Jen a very special chart placing.
Oh, is it number 53?
Number 7 on the Billboard vinyl chart.
Yes. That's just 3 spaces behind me. Well done, Jen.
As we'll discover on this journey through the regular verse this week, there are many charts we've never heard of at Billboard. And she's made an appearance on all of them.
Good girl.
She'll be making an impact, as they say. Anyway, she's been on the This Is Me Now publicity train like no one's business. And as soon as things started to die off, as soon as it looked like people were bored of This Is Me Now, the film, the album, the event, the whatever it was, she released something called The Greatest Love Story Never Told.
Yes.
Now, this is going to shock you. This is the making of This Is Me Now, but it is 20 minutes longer than the film it is about.
Perfect. I mean, this whole shebang is why we had to start Mariah's world, because the Regularverse just kept regularing.
Yeah, it kept regularing. We needed some Mariah to interfere with. So I find it difficult when a podcast is longer than the thing that the podcast is about. Like,
So like our podcast.
Yeah, no,
Like this show.
Mariah's career is so expansive.
That's
This
true.
Regularverse, yes, there's not much to talk about, but we do go on. But, you know, like if a show goes for 45 minutes, don't do a 2-hour podcast about it. Like, why do you have more to say about it than the show itself had to say in 45 minutes?
Well, it's like the Charmed drama going 25 years later.
Oh, my God. The Charmed drama.
It was 8 seasons, but let's keep going.
For it. It's amazing. What more is there to say about the thing than the thing says? It's like, I don't know.
Yeah. And also, she only just did a doco like a year and a half ago.
Yeah, about a 20-minute performance at a Super Bowl, and she managed to turn that into 2.5 hours. Anyway, there are some choice revelations in this alleged documentary,
which we will watch. Don't worry,
we will watch. Yeah, eventually, including all the celebrities who said no to being in This Is Me Now.
Mariah Carey,
so Jane
Stella.
Fonda, Keke Palmer, Post Malone, Jennifer Lewis, and Trevor Noah are in the film.
Okay, not bad.
This Is Me Now.
Not bad.
It's a good list.
Yep.
But apparently there are scenes where Jen's getting no's from a bunch of stars because the project is too regular. Taylor Swift said no.
Yeah.
You think Taylor's okay? I don't think Taylor needs this. This is not like
she's fine.
Jen might need Taylor, but Taylor does not need this. Jason Momoa was not available. Jennifer Coolidge wasn't available.
Interesting, because they did work together.
Jennifer.
Jennifer. Oh no.
That's my name. My name's Jennifer.
Did you want me then or now? I don't understand. I did it then. All right.
I'm not doing it now.
I'll do it then, though.
Lizzo, also busy. Busy Lizzo, who is probably hanging out with Cuzzy Busy.
Yeah, definitely.
Busy Lizzo and Cuzzy Busy.
Yes, yep, friends.
Ariana Grande, not available.
Wow, that makes sense.
Or doesn't know her anymore.
Yeah, that was a no and.
Snoop Dogg, no, because he's apparently busy getting high with Martha Stewart, no doubt.
Yeah.
Apparently, Jen tells someone that Anthony Ramos said no because he's good friends with her ex, Mark Anthony.
Who's he?
Which, that seems like a really good excuse, but as we'll find out later in this episode, you can be good friends with Mark Anthony and still work with J-Lo. Yeah. And there's no repercussions. There's also someone who couldn't do it, but loves her, but said they were too busy with Succession, The Lion King, and Star Wars Andor. And apparently the only person who's worked on all three of those things is the composer Nicholas Britell, who I love. So thank you for not agreeing to do that. At one point, Jen says she also tells people she's not available when she doesn't want to do something but doesn't want to hurt their feelings.
Yeah, it's just kindness. She's not brutally honest, which we know we don't like.
Yeah.
Stella. Still mad about last week.
But that is an ouch. It's almost like, oh yeah, no, we've seen what the project is, but no. I would love to work with J-Lo, but not on that.
I'll do the wedding planner too.
Who's paying for it? J-Lo's paying for it. No, we might not get paid. One, like the worst moment is one of the producers says that asks Jen if she would like Jennifer Hudgens. And J-Lo says,
Vanessa Hudgens?
Oh, no, sorry, Vanessa Hudgens.
Even we don't know her regular name.
I know. Vanessa Hudgens. And she's like, for what? Why would I want Vanessa Hudgens?
Yeah, what for?
Anyway, it turns out she wasn't available. I'm very excited. We will at one point cover both of these films in excruciating depth.
Oh my God.
But there's more to come. So Jen has put a clip from this documentary up on her Insta from her making of. It's one where she and Ben have what I think she's hoping is a viral Posh and Beck's Rolls Royce moment.
Yes. Yeah.
Because she's reading him the script where she plays a 28-year-old version of herself and Ben roasts her. He's like, what, you're playing younger in the autobiography? She goes, not an autobiography. She gets really shitty about it. It's a meta.
God.
Like, I've watched it 30 times because he just keeps needling her and it's hilarious. And she does not have a sense of humor about that at all.
Why would you? No.
Now, to promote the film, Jen went on SNL, Saturday Night Live, with Redman and Lardo.
I did not see this.
Someone
Interesting.
is off the list.
Yes.
No one's turning up on your remixes ever again, lady. Jen didn't do any sketches. She just was singing.
So the opposite of what we want.
Yep.
Jen in a sketch, fun. Jen singing, terrifying.
Yeah. She was low-key mentioned in a sketch, though. So it was hosted by Ayo Edebiri from The Bear. I don't know if you watched The Bear, but she's amazing.
I'm aware of it.
Yeah. So she was the guest host, and Ayo appeared in a podcast in 2020 called Scam Goddess, where they talk about scams. And in that, she claimed that J-Lo's entire music career was a scam. She's like, I mean, she's not saying anything we haven't said on this podcast.
I was going to say
that Jen's name is on tracks that are sung by Ashanti and Christina Milian. Like, we've seen the stems; they're labelled correctly. Io even said there were reports that Jen was too busy to make it to the recording studio for some of their songs on her album. I couldn't make it, but we'll put it out anyway. Anyway, Jen's been telling everyone that Io came to her in tears and was very apologetic about telling the truth. Like, I think that's really sweet of her, you know.
It is.
Come and tell Jen.
I'm sorry I was honest.
I'm sorry I told the truth about the stems that I've seen that have not your name on them. I
listened to the Regularverse. I know.
Yes.
I done know. Law and Order. A regular victims unit, all about it.
Jen and Ben went to the movies last week, like most of the world, to see June 2, or as I've been calling it, sand porn. And they went like normos to a regular screening, obviously out of the loop for celebrity invites. Maybe Zendaya or Chalamet are in the Lamely.
Maybe, yeah.
And put her on the blacklist. They're like,
so if they went sort of as normos, I assume Jen was in some kind of ballet leotard.
Weirdly, they both look like they're wearing lumberjack shirts.
Yeah,
like big
this
oversized.
This is what normal people wear.
Like normal people. This is what a normal person would wear. I'm going to dress like a man, Ben. Look, I'll make you look gay.
But look at my butt. Look at it.
But like someone filmed them. They're like, oh my God, look, we're behind Jennifer and Ben. And they very sweetly picked up all their rubbish. Like they didn't leave the popcorn buckets. The popcorn looked like it had all been eaten too. But yeah, they picked up all the ruckus. And Jen has like a massive drink, massive popcorn. Ben looks like he's dropped $2 down the back of the chair. He fiddles around there for a while.
Was Jen's cup like diamond teas?
No, it was
a
regular cup. I know she does carry around a bedazzled 7-Eleven Big Gulp from time to time. And you can win one on the internet.
Can we win one together?
Yeah, we can win one. It'll be full of delula when we get it.
Heaven.
But yeah, I think that's lovely that they, weren't invited to the premiere, but they went anyway.
Yeah.
Because they decided that it was going to be a fun night out for popcorn and unbedazzled drinks.
I love the PR move of like, we weren't invited, but how do we spin this? We'll go as normal people. That'll make the news.
And we'll get someone to sit behind us who we don't know, who'll post a video of us leaving on the internet.
They know how to do it.
And look, I know Jen wasn't doing halftime at the Super Bowl this year. She would do it every year if asked because she's very committed. So instead of performing, she took the opportunity for Super Bowl this year to flog some Delula-la-la-la-la.
Girl. Yeah.
Which apparently is the perfect accompaniment to watching the football. Who needs beer when you can have a fizzy soft drink with booze in it? Like, really?
I mean, I know you're joking, but yes, I would. That's what I want. Beer or J-Lo soft drink? Yes.
J-Lo soft drink that's alcoholic and might get me rooted by the end of the night. Yes. So yes, that's what's been happening in J-Lo world. They're your prolo moments. But before we leave the prolo moments, I believe there's been more happening on the J blog.
Oh my God. The blogs have been coming through thick and fast because there's so much going on.
Yes, she's so busy. She's got a lot of things to tell us about. Yeah.
Most of them were really just announcements for the album, the movie, the thingy, blah, blah, blah. She said the new song can't get enough.
Different types of vinyl, including one exclusive to Target. Yeah.
Each one needs a blog.
Each one needs a blog.
She gave everyone a little
Strap
early.
in.
Yes. She gave everyone a little early access to tickets. A little trailer for
that's
This
right.
Is
She's
Me
doing a
Now.
concert, isn't she?
Yeah, it's a little show. So a lot of it was mostly admin. However, Jen was kind enough to send one blog through that was more than just a bunch of links to vinyl, which I thought was very nice. So I'm just going to read it as it is and see what happens. Hey guys. She's so real.
So real.
Hey guys.
I'm real.
I'm
Hi.
real. I just wanted to take some time to write you on the J-Lo to say that I'm so very moved by all of your beautiful letters and comments about how much you love this film and the music. Thank you for your overwhelming support in making This Is Me Now #1 on Amazon Prime and #1 on iTunes.
Oh, that's sweet.
This is all thanks to you. I'm so
All
grateful
thanks
for
to
you.
you.
Yeah, specifically us. I'm so grateful for you. You are the most loving and loyal fan base that exists. I wonder how I got so lucky to have all of you in my corner today. Because, like you said, there's so many corners. There's a wedding in each one.
There's so many corners. There's a wedding in each corner.
Yeah. Which corner? The one that J-Lo's getting married in or the one that J-Lo's getting married in? Don't know. You are proof true love exists and forever is real.
Oh, forever is real.
Forever is real. So let's keep it going,
Whoa.
J-lovers.
J-lovers. Oh, she thinks she's Kylie Minogue.
This is... Wait, you ready? This is my first album in 10 years. And I know that we will top the Billboard charts. 3 exclamation points.
She couldn't even top the fucking vinyl charts, mate. But anyway,
But
keep going.
But I can't do it alone. It takes a village of J-lovers. With your help.
All the J-lovers.
With your help, sharing the love, the music, and this message of self-love, acceptance, and healing, we can start a whole love movement.
Buddha Nature Wisdom.
Buddha Nature is literally... She actually said that in an interview, by the way.
Buddha Nature Wisdom.
I think she said Buddha Nature.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know if she said wisdom, but it's like all the whole... I think it was one of the ones with that man from New Zealand who talks to people about music.
Oh, yes. Adam Lowe. Is that something Lowe?
Yeah, something. Because honestly, that's all I've ever wanted to do with this project. I've always believed love, capitals, always trumps over hate.
Oh my God.
Love always wins. Kiss, kiss, Jennifer. Full name.
Full name.
Yeah.
All the syllables.
I just love...
Her. Oh, Jen.
She got Ben to sound it out for her. She got it. What's the name of your other wife?
Yeah,
I can do it. I just love that she's always just making lists of like self-love, acceptance, healing, Buddha, nature, wisdom. Like it's just
man.
sure.
Like how How down on herself is she that she has to keep talking herself back up again? Like, that is a worry. That concerns me.
It does sort of make you go, maybe this is why she's so busy. She has to be.
Yeah.
She's going to keep pumping it out, you guys. Here's 87 versions of vinyl.
She's got some neediness issues, bless her.
All right. That is the blog done. So are you ready to give us the lowdown on the down low?
Getting the lowdown on the down low.
We are covering an actual album. I know last time we did a collection of weird songs that we put together in our own album.
Yeah.
And in some ways, I think it was better than what we're about to hear here. It's called Marry Me. It's the soundtrack to the movie of the same name, Marry Me.
Yeah.
It was released February. I had never actually heard of this film, released in 2022.
Yeah, I was going to say February when?
2022.
22.
February 2022. It came out during the pandemic, so I think it must have premiered on like a Samsung Galaxy on a tram in Uruguay or somewhere.
Yeah.
Streaming exclusively in the backseat of a cab. Apparently, there was a Marry Me live concert special.
Oh.
Which
And that's
fills
where
me
they
with
filmed
dread.
it. Yeah.
I don't want to have to look at it. So the movie and the album co-star Maluma, who is apparently totes besties with Mark Anthony.
Interesting.
And was a groomsman at his wedding
Oh.
after recording this album. So whatever Anthony Ramos said about not being able to do the movie
Yeah, total crap.
because he's friends with Mark Anthony is a bullshitter. He was a groomsman at the wedding with Vin Diesel and David Beckham.
Is Vin another brother of Vim and Vigor?
Yeah, Vim and Vigor. Vin is their
Vim.
cousin. Their cousin Busy. Their cousin Dizzy.
Vinny and Vizzy.
Vinny and Busy. Busy Dizzy.
Yeah, makes sense.
That's what
With
it's short
Lizzo.
for. Busy Diesel.
Yeah,
Busy Dizzy.
Yeah, because it's Vizzy. Dizzy. Yeah.
But yeah, Mr. Posh, David Beckham was there. Mark was once married to J-Lo for real. So I'm wondering if Maluma's research for being fake married to Regulo was very intense or was just a phone call going, yeah, no, I never saw her the whole time.
Yeah, she had vinyl to plug and Delula.
They injected some jizz into her one time and a baby came out. Like that's...
Well, I think that's what happened. Her and Mariah do keep meeting up and doing something. Maybe swapping kids? I don't know.
Maybe swapping kids, we don't know. So apparently, to make this album, she listened to, she claims, 100 songs and narrowed it down to these ones, which makes me think there are 95 songs out there that are real fucking bad. Because this is a lot. Are you ready to glide on into the glory that is Marry Me?
Yes.
Marry Me.
Are we going straight into a Fabnopsis? Is that immediate?
We'll
set me up. I've got a
I'll set you up. Are you ready? You're getting ready. Okay. The first song on the album is the album Marry Me from the film Marry Me.
Oh, I wonder what this is called.
Which came out in February 2022. Is called Marry Me.
Oh. How many songs on this album are called Marry Me?
About all of them. It's easier to tell you how many songs aren't called Marry Me on this album.
Yeah.
So it's called Marry Me, in brackets, Cat and Bastian duet. They were the characters' names that they played.
Right.
Jen
so
played Cat.
It's not a cat and the character from The Little Mermaid.
No.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's Kat, who's Jennifer, and Bastian, who's Maluma.
Okay.
And this is performed by Jennifer Lopez and Maluma. Because that's the other thing. There are some songs on this album by Maluma without Jennifer.
Yeah.
We're not going to cover those.
Okay.
Why would we?
No, they're probably good.
Yeah. So they probably are. This was released at the same time the album was. Songwriters are Michael Pollack, Oliver Peterhoff, Jordan Johnson and Stefan Johnson. They're part of the Monsters producing
Johnson.
team.
Yeah.
Yep, Johnson & Johnson. Juan Luis Londoño Arias.
Oh, good.
That's Maluma. I'm never saying that name again. Edgar Barrera.
I would like him to say it in my ear.
Oh, I would love him to say so many things to me. Edgar Barrera, who's Edge, Nicholas Sarrazin, Olivia Waite. There's a lot of people to write one song.
Yeah.
The producers are The Monsters and Strangers. Michael Pollack, also one of the songwriters, and Nicholas Sarrazin also produced. And the song is blissfully short at 2 minutes and 37 seconds.
Yeah.
It's good. It was a single, obviously. It has had some interesting chart appearances, including in the UK singles downloads chart, where it hit the heights of number 78.
Yep.
It was number 25 in the Netherlands.
Wow.
And get this, number 8 in Hungary.
Oh.
It was so big in Hungary, it was in their end of year chart. It got to number 100.
Wow.
Hungary love this shit.
They do.
Tragically, there's a video.
Okay. Which means I have to sing.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
I'm going to update it for you.
Oh, I love an update.
You ready? Yeah. Fab nonsense, say yes. Fab nonsense, say yes. It's really hard to put that in, but I did it.
Jen's getting ready for a concert at Madison Square Gardens and recording the song. I hope she knows the song before she gets to the concert. It's going to be difficult otherwise. Maluma has turned up. Are they doing this in character for the film where they play pop stars that are getting married, or is this for the video? I haven't been subjected to the film. Jen drinks from a bedazzled 7-Eleven big gulp, probably full of Delulu Lala Lula. Jen rises from the floor, looking like Zool in Ghostbusters. I'm really invested in how these two are using their microphones on stage. Like, Jen is really concentrating and holding it practically to her tonsils and yelling. And Maluma's just waving it around, making no effort at all. His voice is very smooth and quiet. I would totally marry Maluma. He could cheat on me. I wouldn't run off and marry Owen Wilson in a fit of pique. I'd happily wait at home for him to come home stinking of other people. I don't know if there's anything else in that video. That's where I ended up.
It sounds about right. Yeah. All I read about the video was they are very hot, would watch.
Yeah, that's it. That's the whole thing.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got to advertise the movie.
What did you think of the song "Marry Me"? Marry me. Say yes.
This is what I wrote. I almost have no opinion of this song in any direction. It's fine. I wasn't horrified, but I didn't gain anything from it either. I said, oh my God, the fact that they reference Vegas gagged me. Maybe if it were a real life couple rather than a fictional one, it could have been cute. I am surprised it wasn't more cringe, given that it is a wedding song, essentially. It could have been much worse. So that's kind of, could have been worse, is my...
Could have been worse.
Yeah, but as you said, it did get stuck in the head.
It did. It just jammed in there.
Yeah.
But that could be because it's on this album another 3 times.
89 times.
I said, what a cookie cutter, boring piece of shit. Maluma's contribution starts to make it sound interesting, and it descends back into blah very quickly.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's
all I have. So
it's a 2.5 minute song. That's all you
it's
need.
a 2.5 minute song. What more can I give it?
Yeah.
So I'm Real. What percentage of the song do you think she sang?
I got from mid-low because I think it is her feet auto-tune.
Yes. Oh, yes. Feet.
Yeah.
Very feet auto-tune. Yeah, I had mid-low as well. And are you pro-low or no-low?
I feel like this is somewhere wifting across the oar because, like I said, it's kind of nothing, but it's also the kind of nothing that doesn't bother me. And like we said, it is catchy, so I'm like, well, there's got to be something there. So she's hanging out in the awe regions.
Yeah, I couldn't come at ring, ring, ring.
It's so funny. Sometimes those moments, they can either be the worst part or the part that gets stuck in the head.
Yeah. Like the chorus gets stuck in my head, and then I think of the verses, and I'm like, oh no, I remember the verses really shitting me. Maluma rhyming Vegas with famous.
I was wondering if you would point out the Aretha of it all.
Gonna get to Vegas. Gonna be the famous. What?
Yeah.
Maluma, you're so pretty. Stop talking. Yeah, I'm full no-lo. There's no redeeming this song.
Okay.
Even though it does not leave my head. Like, it's been in there for days.
Yeah.
It's jammed in there like a fucking hideous piece of shit. I hate it.
Like a hideous piece of shit, you say?
Yeah. Speaking of pieces of shit, track number 2 is called Party, which translates to For You. This is Jennifer Lopez and Marema. No, sorry, he's not a fluffy dog. Maluma.
Stupid.
All right, so this was released in September 2020, like 2 years
Oh.
before the album came out.
Maybe that was planned and then they had to push it back.
Yes, it was like they were on the lead up to making the movie
Yeah.
come out and having the album and doing the thing, and then there was a pandemic, and it's like, no one can go to the cinema. What are we going to do?
And that just gave Jen more time to write more things.
No, don't.
I'm going to do a movie and an album and a documentary.
Look, it was big in Hungary. It hit number 19.
All right,
Just
go
lonely,
Hungry.
lonely on its own. Hit number 19. Like,
Oh, okay.
I know it's big. It had some vague, attention on the charts here and there. Number 5 in Hungary, Party.
yes.
It got to number 148 in Portugal.
Yeah,
It was
great.
number 1 in Puerto Rico, which is
Okay.
good.
Yeah.
It got to number 1 on the Latin Airplay Billboard chart.
Yes. Yeah.
And number 9 on the Hot Latin Songs Billboard chart, and number 25 on the Bubbling Under 100 Singles Billboard chart, whatever the fuck Bubbling Under is.
I think it basically just means it's the next 100, so it's probably 125.
Yes.
Don't know why it's random.
Yeah, 33 on the Canadian Billboard digital charts.
Okay.
My favourite one is that it was in the Global 200, which is a Billboard chart
Yes.
for global, and it got to number 106. So good on you. Good on you, Party plus Lonely.
And All Lonely, whichever one.
And or lonely. There is a video, and it is 2 videos together, but it's kind of, there's a to be continued in the middle, so we can kind of stop halfway.
Yeah, we love it to be continued. 'Cause
We
this
love
is
it
going to
to
go
be
for 6
continued.
months, so
Yeah, it
we need
is,
to
yeah.
tease everyone to come back. All right, am I singing you in?
Yeah, of course.
Fabnosis, say yes. Fabnosis, say yes. I'll get it eventually.
So Jen lives at Downton Abbey now,
Yes.
and she has to pay the rent on this place by doing an ad for Lexus. Some Wall Street executive is going to be charged. There's some financial collapse going on. It's in the news. She's reading about it in the paper while her butler pours her coffee. Maluma is wearing a singlet. And he's got blonde hair now. And he's screwing up the paper. This is before the song starts, by the way. The song has not started. So Maluma's corner of the screen has a basketball hoop, and in his fridge there's only a bottle of vodka and some off milk, while Jen has a butler bringing her a cloche-covered meal. Jen goes out to her Rolls Royce in what looks suspiciously like an actual fur coat. By the way, does Lexus know about the roles that she's getting into?
Yeah.
That's a weird ad. Maluma is her chauffeur.
It's an ad for J-Lo. It's not an ad for
ad for
anything. It's just an
J-Lo.
ad for J-Lo.
Maluma's her chauffeur. I don't know what she's saying. It's in Spanish, but she does say Christian Dior, so obviously she's rich. They go for a drive. The maid picks up the newspaper, and the headline, "Billionaire Under Investigation," and has photos of Jennifer. So she's the billionaire. But it's rather than photos of Jennifer trying to get out of a car and trying to hide her face during court cases, it's like glamour shots that she's had taken specially.
Crime.
Leaning over. I've done a crime, a financial crime, and a
White
fashion
collar.
crime. That's what it looks like. It's amazing. It's amazing. So J-Lo and Maluma do a sing on the lawn wearing matching white outfits. Then Jen goes to the office, does a little striptease and a lap dance for her employees. She's very giving as a CEO.
Perks.
There are perks in that company. Jen and Maluma dance on the edge of the building. Then CEO Jen is handed something by an employee that she pockets. And then a security guard, chauffeur Maluma, spots it and he's not happy about it. No. I don't know why he's now a security guard as well as a chauffeur, but he's very busy. Back at Jen's Downton Abbey mansion, Maluma is having a cheeky drink with his shirt undone. She is crossing all sorts of lines with this employee, let me tell you. I'm getting Tanaka visions. And Jen...
I feel like I know who I'd pick, though.
Jen, who is the most accommodating or problematic boss of all time, comes in wearing a wraparound top and then they make out. At the office, there is a post-it note throwing dance, and at the end, Jen is in bed with Maluma. She's gone all the way with the chauffeur, like it's full Downton Abbey style.
Yeah.
And then her employee, and her, while they're having cuddles, are raided by the FBI.
Gasp.
To be continued.
I need to know what happens next.
If you want to know what happens next, you better fast forward to the next episode because we're not going to get to Lonely in this one.
No.
So I found this song as bland as Marry Me in construction and production.
Okay.
But it has kind of a swagger that makes it a little more forgivable.
Yeah.
Also, she's not singing in English, and I don't know why, but it makes it better.
It does.
I can't explain it, but it does.
My exact nose.
There is a bit at the end where Maluma becomes like an Aldi Pitbull, which I could live without. But other than that, his performance is great. Her performance is great. It's just it's very mid.
Yeah, which is like good in Regularverse. This is a great song.
Yeah.
It's the best thing she's ever done. This mid song is her best work.
How did you feel about it? Like it's not far away from Marry Me, but I don't know how it got better, weirdly.
Yeah, I mean, firstly, I said about the video that I would like to work at the weird dance accounting firm.
Yeah.
And also...
with the post-it note party.
Yes. Budget, once more.
Oh, yeah.
Her budgets for her videos are insane. Like, this is a lot. Okay, so what I said about the song, I said she's a tad high-pitched on the verses, but the Spanish helps.
Yes.
And
Spanish
once she's
help.
settled into the chorus, that's where the swagger comes in. And for me, this is the song that was stuck in my head.
I know. You told me that you were having some problematic times singing along.
I also think Maluma blends better in this song than in Marry Me. He feels like he's part of it rather than shoehorned in. I said I do like that it's not in a hurry. It does have a relaxed vibe, even when the lyrics speed up.
It's got
I said maybe it's a smidge long, so it's not the longest song ever. But it's nearly
a
little smidgy long. But
3 minutes and 50 seconds.
I do agree that it lifts from Marry Me.
Yeah.
In terms of vibe, it just feels a little more like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Marry Me feels like so constructed and, plastic. And I find it weird because this is one they supposedly wrote together.
Yeah. They got that swagger.
They got swagger. So I'm Real. What percentage do you think of the J-Lo voice was in abundance?
This one, I've gone from mid to high because I feel like there's still some help, but she felt a bit more there. Yeah. A bit more present. Yeah.
I felt it was very produced, but it's still mid-low. Like it's... Yeah. And are you pro-low or no-low?
So I was uncertain to start with, but by the end, they got me on board. So I've gone a pro-low for this one. I think it's in the head and it's not annoying.
Yeah, it's fun.
Okay, yeah.
I was like, it's fun, so...
And it's Spanish. Yeah, so you loved it. Wow.
I gave it an awe. Don't get too excited about the oars. We're moving on to track 3, Church.
Yes.
Which is, I think you'll find where weddings happen. Marry me, marry me.
Oh.
Say yes.
Okay, yeah.
This is Jennifer Lopez without Maluma.
Okay.
Alone.
Just Jen.
This is written by Jenna Andrews, Becca Boom, Floyd Hills, William Larson, Moses Sumney, and Elvana. It is produced by Dunja and is mercifully 10 seconds under 3 minutes.
Yes.
How do you feel about Church? Church. Or as Jen would say, church, 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 church.
Yes. I feel like we're going on an adventure in this one. I said I liked her playful vocal on the verses. That does feel like the most that she's played maybe ever.
Yeah,
like actually having fun on a song. I said she definitely hit her ceiling on the chorus.
Ooh.
There were some strained moments, though I did appreciate her giving it a crack. Because so often we sit here going, she needs to mix it up. And she does. I'm like, she maybe shouldn't have, but she does. Yeah. I said, the song itself is fun, if a little familiar. It kind of sounds like all of the songs like this. Definitely feels like a song from a movie. But I feel like someone like Lizzo or Kelly Clarkson could have sold this a little better, giving a bit more attitude. This was kind of mid for me.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a bold new gospel direction because like, church, we're going gospel. And then we get whatever this is. The verses have a fun drive and energy to them. Yeah. I agree. The raspy vocals, nice welcome change. Yeah. Like I like that. It's like, I've grown a bit. My voice is maybe wearing out a little, but I'm gonna give it a crack. Like I kind of like that. But church is the shittest chorus of all time.
I think that's what made it just feel like really movie cheesy. Like
but if you're gonna do that kind of repetition, like either get an electronic effect on it, like as a sample, like church, like just sing it once and fake it, like make it,
or get a full choir.
Or belt it. Like it needs to be belted. It's like church. Like, but she's just like the girly rushed version she's doing is blah. Like, I feel like there's 70% of a good song in here, like and a fun performance, but she's so fucked it on the chorus. It really, it's a lot of it. Like in 3 minutes, the chorus is a lot of a song.
And I mean, this could have been a moment for a feature. Like get someone in to do that.
But like you say, like, can you imagine Kelly just belting out church? Like it would have been big, and I think even Madonna could have managed church. She's
I don't know about
not the best singer. But she would have found a producer who knew what to do with it. But yeah, this just felt like a cash-in bit of crap.
Which, if I'm honest, it didn't bother me so much just because that's what the movie is. You know?
Yeah,
like, it was, a non-groundbreaking song for a non-groundbreaking movie. Fine.
Yeah, I know, but we started to get some good stuff from her at the end. I feel like we've taken a great big step backwards into bland land. So, I'm Real. What percentage do you think she sang on this one?
I've gone high-low with autotune.
I also think
she was there.
It's too flat in the chorus not to be heard. She's gone full of Stefan. Very
church.
Do you think? How do you feel about it? Is it a pro or a no?
This is another or for me because I'm pro Jen giving it a crack.
Yeah, same.
But I'm not sure that it has re-listen value, which is a problem.
No, because of the chorus. It's annoying. Yeah. I'm the same. I'm an or. I'm like on the cusp of no. But it just, the verses were enough to kind of tip me over. And also, it's under 3 minutes, so I can cope.
Yes.
Get the fuck out of our podcast.
Get the fuck
out of our podcast.
Get the fuck out.
Just walk away. You tacky regular bitch. Get the fuck right out of my face.
All right, we're almost home. Sorry we didn't get to part 2 of Party and Lonely. You're going to have to wait till next week. I'm sorry. Yeah, that is it's the way things happen.
People will be hanging
in the Regularverse.
They're going to be waiting for Lonely. They're going to be waiting
for another version of Marry Me and a bunch of other songs with the word Marry Me in brackets. Remixes of said songs with Marry Me in brackets. Like there's a lot to come. But weirdly, there's not much to come.
Yeah, exactly. Makes it easy.
You're going to be getting less of less, which is a very J-Lo on-brand thing.
Good girl, Jen.
Good girl. Are you making anything happen this week?
I mean, just, I'm still flogging those vinyls. So if anyone wants one, come to possibleprincex.com and you'll find, there's bundles, darling, because you can buy the new one with the old one. And I can sign them. It's a whole moment.
Sign them. I mean, you'll probably be doing better than Old Mate is on a Billboard vinyl chart.
Oh, yeah, I got number 6 on the Billboard vinyl. I'll probably see her at the post office when I'm popping the stamp on and sending it off.
If you're in Australia, Hard Quiz is that I write for, starring Tom Gleeson, is on every Wednesday on ABC and iView, or it's actually on every day. Like there's repeats.
Yes,
like it's just always on.
Yeah.
It's constant. Yeah. But yes, that's my only.
It's like the
work
Law and
that's
Order
out there in the
SVU
world.
of game shows.
It really is. Yeah. And obviously my other podcast, the Adam Richard Has a Theory. We are gearing up for the new episodes of Doctor Who with Shooty Gutwa, which is very exciting.
Who, by the way, I'm in a feud with.
Oh, why are you in a feud with him now?
Because he did like one of those like what's in my bag moments.
Yeah.
And went all in on Virgos. And I was like, how very dare you? Because he carries a book of astrology, which is so not real. Sorry, guys. But I'm that person
But you're
who's
being
like,
offended by being a Virgo.
I know. I'm like, it's total crap, but how dare you? Just write me off. I have a mini feud with Kelly Clarkson over the same thing. I'm going to sit them down and have a good chat.
Okay.
That's what's going to happen.
About Virgo.
Which is the most Virgo thing you've ever heard in your life.
That is, absolutely.
Yeah.
Why am I friends with all these Virgos? All my friends are Virgos. What is going on?
We're great. People who know us know we're great, even though we don't exist.
All right. We will see you next week in the Regularverse. Bye, Emily.
Bye.